SMMAs every single day are becoming harder and harder to scale due to the increased popularity and saturation of some services that are out there right now. Look, I've been able to scale my agency and make it my full-time job, and I want to share the tips that have helped me be successful so that you can do the same exact thing when you start your SMMA journey. If you have an SMMA and you're not just starting out, I encourage you to still watch this video as there's some very valuable tips that I wish I knew when I started my agency. Make sure to watch till the end because the last tip is absolutely vital. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. The first tip is to just start outreach. So many people have the question of where do I get started? What do I offer? How do I do this? Look, the fact of the matter is, even if you have the worst offer in the world, which we're going to talk about later, or maybe if you don't have the cold email systems where you can send thousands a day, you don't have any money to put towards outreach. Look, the simple thing is you just need to get started, and all you need is a personal Instagram page, Facebook page, LinkedIn page, which are free to sign up. You can have one in literally 15 minutes and start DMing businesses today. Look, the biggest hurdle, and often the one that people are most scared of, is just actually starting, when they think it's a really big deal and it's actually not. You don't have to put any money towards outreach. Some free methods that you can use right now as of today is cold calling, cold emailing, and cold DMing. There are thousands of agency owners that still use these methods and are making tens of thousands a month because they know how to master this. And look, the simple fact of the matter is that once you get started, you're not going to want to stop. So I encourage you to just start outreach because that is often the biggest hurdle that many agency owners, such as myself, has faced. So if you're watching this video and you're watching many videos like this, I encourage you to put down this video after you finish watching and start DMing, start cold emailing, start cold calling today. The second tip I have for you, and something that I wish I understood better when I started, was that you have to make sure you're meeting the client's needs over yourself. Look, when you actually sign that first client, it is an amazing feeling. It's amazing and extremely fulfilling, starting a business and then making money off of it in the beginning. But, there are services you have to deliver, and you make sure that you're pleasing your client as much as possible, and you find out what their needs are, and you make sure that their needs are met, because at the end of the day, what you want is not always what the other client wants. For example, I started off with, the basic social media management, and I was creating reels, YouTube shorts, TikToks, and I thought that this guy could really benefit off of email marketing, but he was just dead set on not having that service part of his business. I kept pushing, and I eventually lost him because I was so lenient on the fact that he needed to do this, and eventually he got sick and tired of me, which, while the email marketing might have helped his business, I'm actually very sure that it would have helped his business. You have to make sure that you're fulfilling the client's needs while also providing them with a little bit of insight on what you could do while not pushing too far. This guy got sick of me, and I lost the client because that was the case. So in the beginning, offer one service, get your foot in the door, offer a second service or third service, and if they decline, then so be it. Keep doing the first one because, while it may be a low ticket client, let's say somebody's paying you $500 for social media management and they would pay you $1,500 for email marketing, while that $1,500 may be nice, that $500 could go away easily if you keep bugging them about some of the things that you could do. And I know that a lot of people nowadays are just money hungry and get into SMMA to make money, which is the whole point of a business, yes, but at the end of the day, people's businesses are trusting you with your services. So fulfill those services with the highest quality possible and make sure their needs are met. The third tip I have for you is starting a personal brand. Look, YouTube has become a creative outlet for me and a way that I can share my tips and tricks that have helped me scale. And it's really been more fulfilling than any client I could ever sign, because at the end of the day, people will join my Discord or they'll just send me an email and say, hey, Will, I watched your video and it helped me land this client, or it helped me do this and that. And it's just like a really fulfilling thing that, if you're not, starting a personal brand and you're not helping other people out with tips and tricks that have helped you scale your agency, then what service are you really offering to the world? Yeah, you might be helping businesses out and you might be changing the lives of those business owners, but if you can become financially independent off of this business model and you're not telling other people around you how to do it, then you're not really doing your friends and family a service. I'm not directly going to my friends and family and saying like, hey, you need to start an SMMA, and I'm just like bugging them about it, but you can share with people online. You can share with people that have never seen your face before, and now I'm like, making a little side income off of YouTube, which is an amazing thing. I never started it for the side income, but it can turn into something that can become another revenue stream for your business, which is never a bad thing. Look, you don't have to start a YouTube channel. You don't have to start a TikTok even. You don't have to start any of these things. You can just start a Twitter page and start sharing some tips and tricks based off what have helped you grow, and the audience is just going to naturally come. I actually got banned on Twitter because I was sharing my YouTube stuff, which I didn't know was a bad thing, but I encourage people to go on Twitter and share that information because it is extremely valuable. And I know that a lot of the people that I've talked to on my podcast have huge Twitter followings, and they also make a nice side income on the side because they're offering, a course course, a membership, a program, a mindset, anything like that. And if you have the clientele and you have the audience, you have the followers, you can definitely offer those things. And if you have the credibility, people will buy it. Now, obviously you have to make it high quality, but chances are if you have grown a massive following, then you have that quality behind you. You know what you're talking about. So I encourage you to start a personal brand, because not only does it help other people out, but it can also be a nice side revenue stream for you and your business. The fourth tip I have for you, and one that I really wish I had started a long time ago, is I wish I had put 20% of everything I made towards marketing. That's generally a good rule of thumb for any new business, and yet I decided to neglect it and not use it myself when I started my agency, and I really wish I had. I had an interesting interview with Cody Gavin recently, and he talked about the importance of actually advertising for your agency instead of for other businesses just in general, because that's the main pillar of a lot of agencies nowadays, right? It's like Facebook ads, TikTok ads, LinkedIn ads even. But if you're not running ads for your own agency, then you're missing out on a lot of opportunity that you could be having. We even talked about how most people don't talk about this, and I think that's 100% right. A lot of people don't talk about actually advertising for your agency, and a person like Cody Gavin gets a new lead, or at least a new potential client from every $7 to $20. He said was like the cost per lead. So it can be very valuable, and I wish I put 20% of everything I made towards marketing for my own agency, because I could be at a lot bigger place right now if I had done that earlier. So if you have the actual income, and a lot of times when you start SMMAs, 9 out of 10 times you have a full-time job and you're just doing this on the side, I recommend at least putting 20% of everything you make from your SMMA into further building your SMMA, because at the end of the day, everybody wants this to be a full-time job. Everybody wants to get to the $10, $20, $30, $40,000 a month mark, and putting money towards it is a great way to kind of get that kick started. So let's say you're making $1,000 a month in SMMA as a side income, which is great. Put $200 of that towards marketing, towards Facebook ads, TikTok ads even. Now have a lead form that you can offer to people that are seeing that ad. So I wish I had started that sooner. I'm just now starting it from my agency, and I've already seen some good results. I recommend you do the exact same thing. The last tip I have for you, and the one that I think is by far the most important on this list, is stand out and be different with your offer. I talked about it earlier, and you really don't need an insane offer to get started. All you need is just something simple, because it'll get the ball rolling. You'll figure out what you're doing wrong. You'll fix those mistakes. You'll double down on what works. But what you're going to find is that if your offer is basic, nobody's going to even respond to you. I have a cold email campaign right now where I'm doing anywhere from 200 to 300 emails per day, and my offer is different, and I'm seeing a lot of leads come in because they've never seen an offer like that. It's just extremely interesting to me that people will start an SMMA nowadays and offer social media management for $1,000 a month. Look, nobody's going to buy that. I hate to say it, nobody's going to buy that if they're smart and they're a smart business owner, because I'm a small agency owner and I get hit up, on a daily from people that want to do my short form content, that want to do my social media management, and it's all the same stuff. I mean, the ones that I take seriously are the emails that come in wanting to do a service I've never heard of, or something within social media management that makes them stand out from the crowd, like a promise or a guarantee, something along the lines of, I'll handle your social media management and grow your engagement by 20% in the next month, or you don't pay. Whereas a lot of people nowadays, when they get started, they want to say like, hey, I'll do your social media management for $750 a month. I don't have any case studies. I just want to do it. You'll get 2 to 3 posts a week. That's not going to fly. And social media management in general right now is not going to fly. I recommend getting your foot in the door with email marketing or Google ads, but that's a whole nother video. So be different, offer something that you haven't seen before, and something that companies can actually desire, because at the end of the day, if it's not going to help their business out, they're not going to take you seriously in the first place. So make sure that it's something actually desirable for your niche, for your industry, whatever it may be, and stick out from the crowd. Those are 5 things I have started implementing for my agency and my business that I really wish I had started sooner. If you did get to this point in the video and you enjoyed the video, I would really appreciate a subscribe and a like. It really helps me out. Comment down below if you enjoyed this type of content. I'll be posting a lot more for the next couple weeks to come. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.